you ever think, let me sit down and talk to this young man? Why is he leaving flowers at my door? Why is he near? Why does he think my son is his biological father?
My concern was that this was opening a door I wasn't ready to go through, to be honest. I do see something of my son in him, and I don't know if that's delusion or hope or wishfulness, but I just didn't want to go down that road with a stranger.
And so your inclination was, I'm going to sue this young man, and I'm going to have him owe me $15,000 because I would rather him pay me for what I believe is the harm he caused me versus actually embrace him and say, if you think my son was your biological father, I'm willing to take a test with you to find out if that's true. I'm truly trying to understand how we got to the suit versus to a solution.
I appreciate your perspective. What I was trying to achieve here was, I know that is the most I can sue for. I wanted his attention. I didn't want to be blown off. I wanted him to take this seriously. I wanted him to stop creeping around my house. If he is my grandson, I want a DNA test to prove it. I want this to be clear and concise.
You know, I'm thinking about your testimony, and I want you to understand that emotional distress does require some very real, reckless behavior, that he intentionally wanted you to be emotionally distressed, right? It requires an intention, or there is negligent infliction of emotional distress, which would occur if he owed you a duty of care that he didn't provide to you. What I do see are two people who have a lingering paternity question that they need resolved. There's evidence you have not presented. I'm happy to look at it. But your testimony thus far, you have not shown me that you have been in a level of emotional distress that would warrant Mr. Martinez owing you $15,000.
I have medical records and bills.
I'll look at those, please.
Yes.
All right, so here are the medical bills you submitted. This states that you had to go to a specialist and urgent care visits and treatment for traumatic stress.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that cost you $15,000.
That is combined with therapy sessions.
Because Mr. Martinez was calling you.
Not only because he was calling me, but because his appearance, those numerous times, was causing me to have heart palpitations.
Do you really feel justified suing a young person who's lost his mother for $15,000? It feels a little irrational, and it feels like these treatments, you needed those anyway, because you're dealing with the loss of your son in a tragic way, which you even said, I bought the car that he had the accident in.
Yes.
I'm saying it to say that's another level of grieving.
Yes.
And I'm trying to see if maybe you processing those things is clouding your judgment on this, because what if this is your grandson? Odd to me that your instinct is to sue him for $50,000 instead of want to get the answer.
Your Honor, it is my way of getting the answer. By calling him to this court, we're expressing ourselves before justice.
And you would rather the paternity testing be handled in a court setting?
Correct.
Than you and him just do it privately?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, if that's what you want, that's what you'll get, because you have submitted to DNA testing. And this court does have the answers for you. Mr. Martinez, I will say this to you. You have handled yourself today with the utmost maturity, kindness, respectfulness. You have been a stand-up young man.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I have to say anything, just that we're all grieving. My mother passed away recently, and my intention was never to cause any of that. And just because I didn't take the therapy and spend $15,000 doesn't mean I have to pay $15,000 for something that wasn't my fault. Like, we all have to grieve, and I just hope we just get our answers so we can start healing together.
Are you ready for the results?
Yes.
When it comes to DNA testing for David Martinez, the court was able to use labs for Mr. Michael Henderson that were previously obtained. And through the testing, it has been determined by this court the late Michael Henderson is Mr. Martinez's biological father. Ms. Rodriguez, that is your grandson. How does that feel?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's all I wanted. Just wanted to find out the truth.
It is truly my honor to do this. Paternity matters. He may not have gotten to know his biological father, but now he has you as the extension of his father. And you can tell him all about his father. And you can have an extension of your son through your son's son.
Thank you.
Would you like to give your grandson a hug?
I think so.
I think so
Aw.
too. It's been far too long. You can stand on the same side together. We know your family now. I wish you all the very best. I am going to dismiss this emotional distress claim. Court is adjourned.